how we start every Sunday. Coffee, pancake fruit, and the floover noodles. Yeah. She's reflecting the mood of the weather today. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today it is time for another Sunday wrap-up. So it is hotter than Satan's butthole outside, so it's all gonna be indoors today because it's so gross. Even the Weather Network is telling people to not go outside if they don't have to, because damn, the humidity level is through the roof. So yeah. Anywho's, what did we do last week in the Pens and Tea universe? Well, first, I have to sneeze. What did we do? So last Sunday, obviously there's a Sunday wrap-up. In that video, I did mention to have you guys let me know if you wanted to see something, and you said yes, so I will get to that in a moment. But we had the Sunday wrap-up, and then on Monday, we watched the Euphoria, so the Bennu Euphoria compared with the Bennu Talisman. So I have a talisman here. My Euphoria is here. So sparkly, so beautiful. I love it. And I filmed that one on my cottage, so it's dynamite as far as the views go. And then on Friday, I posted a years later review of the Parker Duofold Centennial, which is the first time I've posted one of those videos where I am actually going to sell a pen. So that was really interesting to compare. And those videos did about average. None of them were super blown out of the water as far as views go, but I'm cool with that. As long as they do within average, I'm good. And you guys seem to be really liking the content lately. The years later videos seem to be really doing well. One comment I did get on the last one was asking for more specifics as far as like the box that comes in, the price, all that kind of stuff. This person doesn't seem super familiar to me, so I don't think they're a regular viewer. But for those of you who do typically watch, as I usually mention in the top of the videos, the point of the years later isn't necessarily to get into the nitty-gritty of the pen. It's mostly just my general experience with the pen. Do I still like it? Do I not? How does it make me feel when using the pen? And then when I do like the typical pen review videos, that's when I'll get into like sometimes the box, always the price, the nitty gritty, that kind of stuff. And my years later pen reviews are always ones that I have done the specific pen review of. So just keep that in mind when you watch them. Next week, clearly, the Sunday video. On Monday, you're going to get a review of the Retro 51 Fire and Dice. I am obsessed with this thing, so spoiler. I love it. And then you are going to get a Tuesday video for the next couple weeks, actually. So in last Sunday, do you guys like this bruise? Yeah. In last Sunday's video, I mentioned how I asked you guys if you wanted to have me start to break down my like diet, nutrition, exercise, supplements, all that kind of stuff. And a good chunk of you said, yes, please. So I did. I have actually filmed 2 of those videos already. They're quite long. They're about 20 to 25 minutes each. I was only intending on doing 1, but apparently I'm going to do it in like 3 parts now. So this Tuesday, you will get my nutrition. The following Tuesday, you'll get some supplements. And then the Tuesday after that, we'll be talking about my... Apologies that the angle is different. I ran out of space and had to go take about a 20-minute break as I offloaded the footage so that I could keep going. And I told you those videos were long because, I filmed the first 2 parts of the health journey before I started this one, so I had to go offload all that footage. I haven't filmed the fitness journey yet, but that will be coming up in like 3 weeks, so I have some time. So yeah. And then on Friday, you will get another year's review from the Aurora 88 anniversary, the Flex edition. So lots of good content coming your way. I'm pretty excited to sort of start talking about the, nutrition, fitness stuff. That's been a huge portion of my life. For those of you who are consistent Sunday wrap-up watchers, first of all, thank you. Thank you so much. But those are sort of like what I've been using to talk about this kind of stuff. And it was kind of nice to do like a whole video just dedicated to that. And eventually, if those do well enough, maybe I'll talk about like, I'll do like maybe a live video or something, where I can talk about the whole, if you really want to get into like the whole journey, because it's been a lifelong one, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. But ultimately, I'm having a blast with it right now. I genuinely enjoy working out. So I will say this week has been a tough week for workouts. My workout that I had on Tuesday, I had 4 days off before I went to this one from my last gym session. Now, when I say 4 days off, I'm physically active every day. I get 10,000 steps. I stay like active. But I had 4 days in between my last gym session and this one on Tuesday. And so on Tuesday was leg day. And I went hard. I hit a bunch of PRs. It was great. I was just dripping in sweat, which is disgusting, but feels so good. And so, yeah, I was feeling amazing. I left that session on such a high. And then Wednesday, I went back and I had an upper body day and I felt like trash. I just couldn't get in the groove. I felt like I was struggling with everything. It was a really bad day at the gym. Like, it just was. And I couldn't figure it out. And it left me like sort of like, what was that? Like, I was giving it everything I had, but I couldn't do anything. I mean, I was doing a lot, but it just felt like I had nothing extra to give. And I was like, what the dang heck? And so I came home and I did what I always do. I research. And I found out that for women, it's typical to have a downswing in the performance output a few days before your active cycle begins. And men, I realize most of you are my viewers, so you're probably like, no. But it's a reality, okay? It's a biological necessity. Even though I have zero plans on having children, it is a biological necessity that my body does what it does. But there is a few days that your physical output will be diminished, and it just so happened to line up. And I was like, wow, okay, good to know. So now I'm going to try and remember that for next month to see if this same thing happens again. Because last month, I was still very much in the assessment phase. So I didn't really notice a day, and I may not have even been in the gym in those 1 to 3 days where I would have had a diminished output. So it was just curious. And then on Friday, I went back, and let's just say, ladies, it was day one. That's all I'm going to say. It was day one. I felt like a human garbage bag. a lot of pain, a lot of bloating, a lot of just generally not wanting to get out of bed. But I have a personal trainer and he's waiting for me. So I got my butt out of bed and went. And I felt awesome. It was so good. And it was like night and day difference. And it was a full body workout. And my legs were still sore from the Tuesday that we pushed everything from. And I also found out, by the way, during research, when you're in that sort of week there, your recovery will be also diminished. So who knew on that one? But I was feeling sore going into it. I was feeling rough, but I just kicked butt and I hit a bunch of PRs. My planks, I was able to hold for a minute and 23 seconds. So we do the planks halfway in the workout. So we do a couple sets of things, then we do some plank holds, and then we do a few other sets of things. My previous record was 55 seconds, and then I did a minute and 23 seconds, something like that. And then I rest for 60 seconds, and then I do it again. And I was able to hold it for exactly a minute the second time around. Thank you to Joao, my trainer, because I would have probably fallen at 55 seconds, but he knew that I wanted to get to a minute. So he counted down for me, and my hip was slowly starting to fall. I was struggling so hard to keep it, but I wanted that minute so bad, because I wanted the minute last week on my full body workout, and I capped at 55 seconds, and I was like, gosh darn it. But considering a few weeks ago, the most I could hold was like 38 seconds. I'm pretty proud of that. So yeah, I nailed it. And so it's been a roller coaster this week with the gym, but in general, I'm loving it. 10 out of 10, recommend. It hurts in all the right ways. And I really love having a personal trainer, not only so that I don't have to focus necessarily on the exercises to do. I can put all of my focus on me and doing the exercise correctly, because I don't have to think about like the next exercise to do, which eventually I will take over. But for things exactly like that, like I wanted a minute. I told him I want a minute so bad. And I achieved the first one, knocked it out of the park without any problem. But that second one, he knew I wasn't going to make it. So he had he pushed me. He had me hold on. He pushed me through the hip thrusts. I'm up to 20 pounds now for hip thrusts. So now I have the official bar with like 10 pounds on each side, giving 20 pounds. And it's tough because we do 3 sets of 25 in full body day. My legs were already, cooking. It was the second last thing we did before we left. And like he pushes me. He makes me go through it. And if it wasn't for him, I probably would have given up a few reps before, but I didn't. So I'm really enjoying it. It is super expensive to have a personal trainer. I'm very lucky that right now I can afford to do it. I will not be able to afford to do it when I move into my own condo, which unfortunately got delayed, but means I now can do this. So small mercies. But it is super, super necessary. And I'm starting to see baby gains now, which is really nice. It's really affirming. I'm starting to feel a little bit differently. I'm starting to see a little bit of changes in my body. I have not put on very much muscle mass. My body composition is still relatively the same, but as far as like the new numbers go, but I'm starting to notice some changes. I'm starting to feel some changes. I'm seeing some progress in the gym. I'm feeling some progress in my day-to-day life. Some of my activities that I have to do at work are becoming a little bit easier. So it's really nice. And I kind of wish I did it earlier, but you can't change what you can't change. So I'm very glad. Long story short, guys, thank you for, first of all, sticking with me throughout these Sundays. And And I'm hoping that these Tuesday ones you guys will find interesting or of some value, because I enjoy talking about it. And I try not to talk about it too much in my day-to-day life, just because I don't want to become that person. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So I'm looking forward to those videos. I'm hoping so much that they do well. I really want them to do well, because if they don't, then sometimes the algorithm sucks, and yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they do well. I really want them to. But don't worry. For those of you who have zero interest in that, there's always pens and tea content coming out every Monday and Friday. These ones will always only just be Tuesdays. Obviously, the occasional Sunday, I'll talk about it. I've been talking for an hour and a half, so it's a thing. Yeah. Other than that, personal life-wise, I've been trucking along. I've been moving. Mental health is getting a bit better because my sleep is getting a bit better. I think the pest population in my household is 0 now, but I'm not holding my breath because it's going to take months and months and months before I believe that it is officially taken care of. But I am sleeping better now, which also does come with better diet, like nutrition, and a lot of movement, exercise, basically zapping all of your energy so that you can sleep deeper. I still have to get up at least once a night to pee, but that's just because dang hydration. But yeah, guys, it's going pretty well. If I can just get my work life figured out, man, like then 2022 is working out pretty well so far. So hopefully it continues. I'm going to try and enjoy the rest of the day, and not fry my butt off because it's stupid hot outside. And mostly just spend time doing some YouTube stuff and a bunch of chores. I gotta clean the litter box today. That's always fun. But guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me again on another Sunday wrap up. Hit the like button and the subscribe. Like I said, content, pens and tea-wise, every Monday and Friday. And the next few Tuesdays, you'll actually get some videos. Who knew? Check out the Patreon in the description below if you want to help support me and what I do here. And as always, if you're still watching this far in, especially on these videos, you specifically are the reason I make these videos. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Well, all right. Today it is time to say thank you to all of my Patreons. I am so grateful for you. Today is July 3rd, so if you do not see or hear your name, just be patient. I update it as soon as I can. So for our ultimate human, we got Daniel Roddy. And then for my VIPs, we have Glenn Kelly, Joan Worthman, Brian Hunter, Aaron C., Luna Wolf Games, Bobby A. Bailey, Bass, Waylay Chang, Brian Law, Lucas Bell, Aubrey Madcourt, Marissa Calvo, Eric Lineman, Jessica Chow, Stephen Baldwin, Carol Lowry, Michael Simon, Sean Sturdy, Catherine Molina, Robert Myers, Bill Pemberton, Karen Epstein, Gretchen Peters, Subi1 Kenobi, Bianca Andrews, and DigitalTent.tech. And lastly, but not least, McCall Bennett Lawrence. So thank you to everyone, no matter the tier you're in, whether it's bottom or top, does not matter. You all make what I do here possible. Thank you.